Twinner's revolutionary sensor-based solution enables the creation of digital twins of vehicles, capturing pre-existing damages, resulting in lower risks for both customers and insurance companies, ensuring transparency, confidence and trust in car sales. Next on stage, Twinner.
Hello everyone, so I'm very excited. This is going to be a world premiere. It's the first time ever that we are showing our solution on stage to the insurance community. So this is going to be good. So let's first see a little bit round of hands. So who's awake and listening? Can I see hands, please? That's good, I like it. So then show of hands, who has seen the robot Sophia yesterday? Very good. Now show of hands, who's a robot? All right, I see a few. Very good. So last question. Who in the room is concerned with automotive insurance? All right, you are my audience. The rest can stay. That's fine. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Silvan, Rath, and I work with Twinner, twinner.com. We're a company based here in Germany, in Halle, and we specialize in producing digital twins of cars. The quality of the digital twin is so high that you can take any decision without ever seeing the car in real life. Whether you want to purchase a car, whether you want to insure a car, whether you want to see a damage of a car. It's so good, you never have to see it in real life. It's almost as if you could beam a car. So 2 tons of steel and rubber, beam it from one location to the other. Sounds like Star Trek a little bit, right? So you're thinking of Scotty now and his beamer pad, the guy from the launch beamer pad. So actually this is our beamer. So it's a physical hardware. It's a booth that you drive a car into it, and it's full of sensors. So there's tons of sensors and data that we produce of a car in order to then be able to produce a digital twin. So let's look at this video that I have for you. It's going to give you an idea of how this works. So currently, we have it in production with car dealers and with leasing fleets. So typically, cars are being cleaned before they go in because you want to sell a car. It needs to look good, right? So what then happens is you click a button. We have the VIN number of the car. We already know which car we're going to look at. And the sensors adjust to the specific, for example, painting of the car. When you drive in, we measure the tires, if they're still well. We actually take an underbody picture of the car. So we have really a full representation of the car. Even you see this operator now going in, and he's connecting a little 3D camera that's inside, so you have a view of the underbody, of the inside, of the outside. So really a complete view of what the car looks like. We then take the data, and the data is being sent to our cloud, and currently humans and artificial intelligence work together in order to then see all the specifics of the car, if there's any damages. So you can take a decision, for example, this purchase decision here, from wherever you are, whether you are in Barbados or in Halle or what have you. So let's look at that in live. Let's look at the results. So now what you see here is live production technology. So I can look around the car if I want to. I don't just have one specific angle of the car. I can see anything that I want to see. I can zoom in every detail that I want to see. I can look at the car with open doors. I can even look at stickers and see what they read. I can look inside of the car and then look around a little bit. Then I can even look underneath the car, as we talked about a little earlier. I can see every single speck of dust. So you can already see, I can see more on the digital twin as if I was physically standing in front of the car. I cannot look underneath unless I have the machinery for it. With this, I can, no matter where I am at. So also, what we have is this here. This is the overpaint sensor. This car has not been overpainted, so you don't see anything on here. But let's take a little bit of a glimpse at how the machine sees the car. So first, this is an example of a car as it is seen with human eyes. So you don't really see anything. If you were standing in front of it, you couldn't see any damages, any repaint. However, if you look at it with the machine's eyes, this here is the same car, and you can very clearly see that something has been done to this car. So you could not see that with your human eyes. You could see this, for example, if you had one of those little, paint meters that sometimes people use. But what we also even see is if a car had stickers on it, because we can check the age of the paint, for example, and how it has faded out. This you could never see even with one of those technical meters that somebody is using today. So here, we not only see more than you see with the human eye, but we see more than what you see with other technology, as an example. So one more example. So over here, you now see how we can measure dents and scratches of the car, again, without being in front of the car. So we control everything in this room. We control the light, we control the air, we know exactly where in time and space this car is in this booth. So down to the fractions of a millimeter, we can tell exactly how big a dent is. Obviously, we can detect which body parts we are looking at and then make sure that we also build repair values going forward from that. So you can already sense there's tons of application, and really, you do not have to be where the car is. So this concludes the part of the demo. What I want to speak to you about is the applications that we might have for the insurance world. So obviously you guys know much more about insurance than I do. So I'd love to speak to you about that at the booth a little bit later. But I can imagine quite a few things. I mean, currently you are sending inspectors very costly to go to the car. So even driving to the car is already money. So I don't know what the cost would be for you in your country where you are, but maybe it's 50 euros, let's say. So why are you spending 50 euros to get an inspector to a car? And then the human that owns the car needs to work with the human inspector and spend 45 minutes of lifetime of both to get inspection done of a car. The process that you have seen, going into the booth and getting out, takes 2 minutes. So why are you spending 45 minutes when you only have to spend 2 minutes of your lifetime, right? So there seems to be something that's worthwhile exploring together. I think also people really like the idea that they can get quick checkups of their cars. So it's easy to get their tires checked. Again, it's just those 2 minutes driving in and out. And people, funny enough, they trust the machines a little more than they trust a human inspector. And also, if you think about standard quality, if you want to make sure that you always have the same quality of inspection, this is a solution to go with. There's no, it's no weather condition that would influence it. It's not a bad day or a hangover that the machine can have. It's really standardized quality. So I only have 20 seconds left. I want to leave you with two thoughts. So one is, this is going to disrupt retail of cars. It's going to disrupt logistics. It's going to disrupt insurance, I believe. We have our booth, if you go out to the left in the corner, and I would love to discuss the applications. And also, we're currently raising our B round of financing. So if you're interested in investing in this very early, then come join us. Thank you very much.